My name is Dan Quinn. I work for Rapala in the marketing department, managing pro staff and working with our TV partners and doing all the fun stuff, fishing related. And I've been working with Jamie for a number of years now through email and phone calls. And he's always talked about coming to this ranch in South Texas to deer hunt with him. So it finally worked out and came down, and here I am in South Texas at this ranch. And honestly, this is a slice of heaven. So as we're picking out flights with Jamie, there's a flight that got me in at noon. And he said, if you get in at noon, we'll get an afternoon hunt in. So picked me up, got to the ranch, changed into my camo, up in the blind we went. And Josh had patterned this really old buck that was one on their hit list. And he said, there's a pretty good chance you're gonna see him in this stand. So I don't think it was even 4:30. And here comes this buck postured up. Yeah, it was hard to anticipate exactly how it was going to go as far as aging the deer and getting a sense of what's a mature one versus another one. Because what I would quickly saw with these South Texas deer is it's a year, 2-year-old deer is here, and then a 3-year-old comes out and he's significantly larger. And they go, oh, that might be a mature one. But then a 4 or 5-year-old steps out, and then a 6, 7, 8, 9. These bucks, they just continually grow. So you can see how big the bodies are on these deer, and you can age them. And then you're a guest on a ranch, you don't want to shoot the wrong deer, but once you got to see it, it was, wow, there's no question. A mature deer is, 3 times the size of a young one. He's down. Yep. Yep. Oh, yeah. Oh. Just smoked him. Oh, wow. That's awesome. He's a big deer. That's a body. That's a lot bigger buck than I thought. Yeah. Holy cow. Oh, welcome to Texas. That there. Oh, God. Yeah. What an awesome buck. Unbelievable. It is a big deer. Been in Texas for about 4 hours, getting a crash course in deer hunting. Sitting waiting for a real old one. This would be an old buck, holy cow. Shot a buck I was in Wisconsin that morning, and here I am in South Texas sitting next to a nice big old mature buck. It was quite a first day. No! There was...
I didn't even get to see any deer in that.
Sorry about that.
Josh,
Josh,
good to meet you.
Good to meet you. Yeah.
All right.
What a deal. Yeah, we saw 5 bucks. There was a real nice one actually here when we walked in.
Not even 5 o'clock yet?
No, it was incredible. And so just prior to leaving for this trip, Jamie sent me a note and said, hey, if you've got some lures to fish in a pond, we've got a pond on the property, maybe bring a few lures down. That piqued my interest. I certainly like to fish, so I quick put some baits together. I didn't know if it was panfish or bass, but put some lures together and shipped them down. Lo and behold, Josh has been working and managing this pond with bass and bluegills. He's got a whole plan in place, a management plan, and holy cow, this is awesome. You know, what a cool little pond. And started making some casts. Lo and behold, missed a few bites and then finally got one. And man, the build on these fish, like these are gonna be trophy fish, and they've grown so quick. You put them in, they were this big just a little over a year ago, and now they're like almost 3 pounds. It was incredible. Got him. Oh yeah, come on. Ah, get him through the cheese. Oh yeah.
Awesome, man.
Boy, that fish is built right.
I'm telling you, dude, they are fat.
This thing's gonna be a 10-pounder. Boy, look at the gut on him.
And so, you know,
forehead.
we're not seeing the evidence of the bluegills, but obviously they're eating something. That
I would
fish,
say.
just remember, I stocked him last October, and he was this big.
That's insane.
That big.
He's real pretty. He's got like iridescent.
Look at the gut.
The color on him though? Boy, that's a pretty bass.
Yeah, he swirled right behind it.
Got him. There he is.
There you go.
Oh, I gotta get him out of that brush. Ah. Little guy, but awesome. Man, look at the build on that thing. Oh my gosh. These are so cool. Look at these.
I mean, it looks like a crappie with a tail.
It's a 12-pounder, just tiny. it's a soon-to-be 12-pounder.
It's tight.
Gosh, that is a cool-looking fish. That is a fun thing to do in the middle of the day when you're not deer hunting, in between. Grab some lunch and catch a few bass. I mean, what could be better than that? So we get back to the ranch. Boy, it's celebration. Awesome, a lot of fun. Thinking about the next couple days, what's the plan? We go shoot a pig, or, well, Josh comes out right out of the gate and said, there's a really old 10-point that has definitely hit his prime or gone past. He's a deer on our hit list. That's your target buck. Are you, a second buck? Are you kidding me? This is too good to be true, but sure enough, we got set up in a couple different spots and didn't see him there. And then we finally got where Josh had seen him the most and had actually some good footage of this deer. It was just a beautiful big Texas 10-point. So that was our focus. But as we're hunting this deer, it had some of the most amazing sits I've ever had in my whole life of hunting. We had, it's hard to say exactly, but anywhere from 3 to 6-year-old bucks. Just, you know, 10+ inch G2s, these great big 8-points, and some older deer, but we're kind of sticking to our plan, waiting for that 10, but boy, the excitement of seeing all these nice big deer in front of you was just, it was a very memorable experience. We're in a new stand, pretty excited. Josh said there's a really old 10-pointer. Like, I don't know, he figures it's at least 6 years old, if not older. Got the green light to shoot him if we see him. And there's a lot of bucks in this area, so I'm excited. Hopes are high that things come together, but yeah, I'm excited. Day 2 in South Texas. This place is awesome. We gave it right till the last bit of time on my last day, and that 10 still hadn't shown up. But there was another deer, this really nice big wide 9-pointer that we'd seen prior to that. And sure enough, he was out there with this other nice big 8-pointer. And that ended up being, we switched our focus to that deer. It's just too nice of a deer to pass up, and things weren't gonna work out with that 10, so I couldn't be happier to have a crack at this big Texas 9-point. I mean, just big, wide, just exactly what you're looking for when you think of a South Texas buck.
Watch behind him, though. There's a deer. He might. Whatever you're, I mean, I can get him right here. If you feel comfortable, go ahead. I think so. Ready? Yeah. No. He's down. He's down. Wow. I got really nervous. Man. I gotta take a breath. Man.
You don't pass a deer on the first day, you'd shoot on your last day. That's what guys have told me over the years. So I thought, wow, man, we can't pass this one up. This will be too good of a buck. So long story short, that 10-pointer, it was his lucky day. He hid out in the brush long enough, and he lives to fight another day, but couldn't be happier with that 9, I tell you what. Yes. What a deer. That is a South Texas deer. Nice and wide. Holy cow. This is so cool from a guy from Wisconsin. Come down here. This is incredible. All the nice big bucks we've seen. To get one like this, holy cow. It's been an emotional roller coaster, having some really cold weather. Then today it heated up, it was 80. Wind totally switched. It wasn't perfect, but kind of had to push our luck last evening to hunt. And we lucked out. Wind got over him or under him or whatever, and he came in, but man, it was interesting because we were watching an 8, a big wide, short-tined 8, and I thought this was him, and I glassed him again, and he'd traded places with this guy who we'd seen this morning. So there he was, and decided don't pass a deer you're not going to shoot on the last day, is the saying I've heard from some buddies. So here we are with an awesome Texas 9-point. Man, I am a happy guy. What a thrill. 2 bucks in one trip. We got a little fishing in. It was just the culture down here. I love it. Being from the Midwest, it's a real culture shock, but I love it. I love the food, I love the people, the landscape, the wildlife. It's awesome. It's a real treat, and I couldn't be happier to be here.